In episode 5, aka the one where the gang almost got eaten by a fish penis, our group escaped from the giant eel-like monster thanks to the help of the hooded figure that's been watching them since the beginning. After losing 3 of their own to the scaly beast, the remaining foragers fled, leaving our group stranded without any idea of where their home of Cirrus is. Finding a broken down hut on the side of the road, some of our crew decided to break in and disrupt an old farmer, while others dispose of Scarlet's only chance at love. Welcome back once again to Retrograde, a D&D campaign hosted by me, your captain, Derek Day. Joining me once again are the seamen on this love boat, Andrew Akers.
Hi.
Ty Sheets.
How's it going?
Ian Jones.
Hi.
And Jesse Wagner.
How?
How?
You racist son of a bitch.
Oh, sorry.
And how?
So, yeah, to paint the scene, Scarlet broke in, woke this guy up, ran back out, creating another hole, and now it's Felix and Ironhammer inside the hut. Ironhammer just asked the dude his name, and he responds, Bromnus, now get the fuck out of my home.
Sorry about that.
Are Toad and I back to the cart at this point?
Yes.
What's going on over there? Why did you do that to his house?
Can I just, wait, what are we doing? We're looking for the Astrals still, right? So,
Your main mission is the Astrals.
yeah. So I was gonna say, you haven't noticed anything a bit freaky, have you?
Besides somebody leaving 2 holes in my walls? Not really.
Even freakier.
What do you mean?
Monsters, people with extra arms, and, general spooky business.
There's plenty of monsters around here, but nothing in terms of extra arms. There was some commotion just a little under an hour ago.
Inside my house.
Coming from the east. Well, I'm assuming is where you guys came from.
I'm gonna start walking toward the farmer's house.
I'm gonna walk toward the carriage.
I look down as I pass Scarlet, like trying not to seem too suspicious.
No, I can't.
Toad, stay here.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So, Mr. Bromnus, on a side note, do you happen to know where the town of Cirrus is?
Why do you ask about Cirrus?
We ran into a couple foragers a while back, and they said they were from there, and we were kind of heading that direction before we lost them.
What happened to this house?
There's another one of you? Ask the big guy out there.
Scarlet did this?
If that's his name, sure. I call him Asshole.
I am so sorry. I'm a farmer just like you, and I know what it's like to have to struggle to get by. Oh, jeez. Why would he do something like this?
Very Rick and Morty-esque. Oh, jeez, Rick.
There's a hole in your wall.
You tell me. I was sleeping and he busted in here.
I can help you mend your wall, but only about, 1 square foot.
If you have some wood, we could, do something with it.
No, I have some gold on me. I think you guys might have some gold on you too. Why don't we split it and pay for the damages? Then we'll get the money back from Scarlet later, one way or another.
And you crack your knuckles.
I meant we could ask him nicely.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him back gold.
Over here at the,
Where you
at the
troubles.
thing. Can I ask you where the girl is?
Who are you asking?
Toad.
Where's the body? I mean the girl.
I wonder how good Toad is at lying.
Body, where?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can we do a insight versus deception?
Toad is also going to shout out, Topknot, help.
I'll be right there, Toad.
Yeah,
Hold
it
on.
really wasn't a good thing to leave Toad alone with me.
Yeah, really. Whose idea was that?
Well, I just saw that this dude's house was damaged, so I figured I'd try to take care of this situation first.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, 15. You can tell that, Toad doesn't really have it in him to lie, and he's trying his best.
What is Toad's charisma? Probably -5.
I'm gonna go over next to Toad and just put put my arm around him and be like, "It's okay, buddy. You can tell me. I really need to find that body. I mean, girl."
Oh, I don't know, mister. That you kind of scare me.
Can I assess the damage on this house? Would I know what it would be worth to replace those boards?
Based on your experience with crafting, you could imagine it to be around 50 to 100 gold, just based on the size that Scarlet left and the time it would take.
I'm going to give Bromnus 40 of my gold.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
I appreciate that. If you'd like to know more about Cirrus, looking at Felix, I need to see something special out of all of you.
Oh, something special. I cast Thermatagy.
Felix immediately lifts his robe over his head.
God damn it.
Topknot just pulls out his lightning stick and like kind of zaps it into the air.
Special.
Okay.
Oh no!
That's our definition of special.
Ironhammer, what do you do with thaumaturgy?
Hey, I rolled an 8 again.
You rolled an 8 again?
Yeah. So that's the special thing that I have to offer.
All right, the one I remember that can make my voice really loud. So I'm gonna make my voice really loud, and I'm gonna say, "We're on a mission from God. Tell us about Cirrus."
You speak so loud that it blows him back a couple inches, and he's impressed.
Hey.
You're good. And then he immediately turns and sees Felix, and doubles back, pushes him back even more, and he's like, not sure about that one. Roll me a performance.
Are you gonna do like a helicopter?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, wait a minute. With my performance, 6.
Oh man.
Pretty good.
Equally as impressive, but not exactly what I'm looking for. And then he looks at Topknot. I've never seen that kind of device before, but that'll do.
I built it myself. I also built this hat.
What's special about the hat?
I'll show you. Spit on me.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Spit. Spit. Spit on my head.
He'll lean back and spit just a big loogie. Here's the thing. He's probably 3 or 4 times the size of you. So it starts running down your face.
Doesn't even hit that.
I just very quickly rub off what I can. I look back up at him, and then I say,
It's not raining.
Well, fucking duh, what?
My hat, which I built myself, has the ability to tell whether or not it's raining outside. Doesn't get confused with other kinds of liquid. It's not raining.
You knew that already. Is that it? He looks over at Felix and asks, is he into that? What?
I pissed on him.
When I used to work on the family farm, I built all kinds of contraptions to help me with doing work and things around the farm.
Oh, interesting. What's been the most innovative?
I built an assembly line. It took me a long time, but we were able to put hay bales and things on a belt, and it traveled long distances without having to be moved by any people or animals.
Oh wow, that'd be very useful. What happened to it?
I don't know. I haven't been.
and then Topknot kind of gets really quiet before saying,
I haven't been back there in a very long time, so I don't know.
Okay, bored now. Back to you. What do you got? Back to Felix.
I'm gonna roll another performance.
You're just gonna do the same thing?
No, I'm gonna switch directions.
I'm gonna whisper discreetly into Felix's ear. I'm just gonna say, do anything you want. I'm gonna cast Thermatagy, and it'll be impressive. Trust me.
I reverse directions.
Okay, roll advantage.
15.
What are you trying to do, by the way?
Helicopter dick.
Helicopter dick. All right. Yeah. As he's helicopter dicking, I cast Thermatagy and cause the ground to tremor.
Okay, Felix, you start swinging from clockwise to counterclockwise, and with the momentum you have to create to keep up the spin, it throws Bromnus off his feet. He lands on his ass, and he is mightily impressed. That is more than enough.
I drop my robe.
Oh, down already? So soon?
To be fair, the tremors last for 1 minute, so
Oh, Jesus.
you could keep going.
How far do these tremors extend?
Doesn't say. Just says cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
So are Scarlet and Toad like experiencing this in the cart?
Back to Scarlet and Toad. Scarlet, you can tell Toad is lying, and you feel the earth beneath you start to shake a bit. You're not sure if it's your anger or what it could be.
Is Toad religious at all?
Not that you know of.
I'm gonna say to Toad, I know you're lying. And look, the gods are angry that you're lying. You're causing the earth to shake. It's all your fault. We're all gonna die.
Roll a persuasion.
Or intimidation?
We'll do intimidation. 11.
Toad isn't too wise, so he starts to shake too, and kind of curls up a bit and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We threw her. She's in the water. I didn't know what to do. Topknot made me do it."
Or thrown under the bus.
I'm going to I'm just gonna kind of like tap Toad on the back, be like, it's okay. It's better now that you've told the truth. But
he cowers away from your hand.
I'm gonna say, to make this right, I need you to go down and fetch the body of the girl from the river.
I don't know if I can reach it. It's pretty far out.
How deep is the river?
The river's probably 4 or 5 feet deep.
Isn't it like 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot?
8 foot. Ah.
God, please. Stop it.
He's a couple inches taller than you, so close to 7 foot.
Yeah, I just say, the river's not that deep. You'll be fine. I'll even tie a rope to you just in case.
Okay, I can do that. If you promise you'll tie a rope to me.
I tie a rope to him.
Okay, great. Are you tying the end of the rope to anything?
I never said I was going to do that.
You're not wrong.
So are you just holding one end like it's just like a long leash at this point?
Yeah.
Come on, boy.
He's gonna wade into the water. He gets about 3 feet deep in. It's very chilly in here. It's a little tingly too.
It probably feels good with your leg, though. I mean, it's kind of icing it, right?
Oh, I don't feel anything down there anymore.
The gangrene.
There's been no work done on it. He goes inch by inch until he gets to about 5 feet, about chest level, and he starts wading through. You can see a figure leaned up against a rock, almost like T-posing. I'm gonna have Toad roll.
How fast is this water moving?
Pretty swiftly.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty swiftly because it has enough speed to keep a body pinned to the rock. Toad rolls an 8 on his athletics check to wade through. He starts moving. He's maybe about 10 feet away from the body and trips and is now face first in the water and moving.
So I do have a hold of the rope, though. I mean, I wasn't just... Yeah. Is there anything... Can I, like, pull back to try and, like, bring him back up to the water?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the strength.
Reel him in.
Just let him go. See you, Toad.
Just let him go.
No, that's when he comes back as, like, the end game boss.
Yeah.
Out for revenge, like Gollum almost.
14.
Was that 14?
Yeah.
You see him kind of faceplant in the water, and you yank back, and you stop his movement, and eventually get him back up on his feet, and he starts moving again. After a minute or so, he makes it to the body, and has enough strength to pull it and get it over his shoulder. However, because of the force of the water, the bottom half of the body rips off, and he is now only carrying the torso. The legs are still pinned to the rock.
I'm gonna yell to him when you grab the legs.
Are you sure? I got the big part right here.
Yeah, but we need the legs. We need the whole. We need the whole thing. We need the whole thing of the girl, not just the upper half. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Do we notice this? Do we notice this as this is going on?
You can hear like sloshing in the water outside.
I'm gonna say to Bromnus, there must be some pretty big fish in that river, eh?
There's always something drifting out.
That's a splashing.
Yeah, that water moves pretty fast through there. I was looking at it earlier, and it seems like just with the water moving, it was making quite a bit of noise.
Yeah, we got to be careful, especially with the livestock.
Speaking of water, do you happen to have any, like, a well or something?
Yeah, I have a well right next to the workbench right outside.
Could I access it by chance?
Yeah, for you, definitely.
Do you have a bucket? Like, a separate bucket?
Yeah, there should be a spare one next to it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out and head over to the well.
Ironhammer, I remember that you gave the rest of your water to Toad earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, but you could probably refill your water too.
I'll go to fill my water.
Bromnus is going to look at Topknot and say, if your group would like to know more about Cirrus, I'd be happy to tell you, but I need you to fetch my sheep first, if you wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, I've wrangled up some sheep in my day. What's its name?
Its name is Pom Pom.
Pom Pom. Okay.
Pom Pom.
Yeah, it's the least I can do, or the least we can do, because we've already destroyed your house, and you've been gracious enough to still talk to us and let us use your well. So, okay.
Thank you. You'll know it's mine when you see it.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. You'll find her.
That makes me worry even more. Her, him.
Where
Hashtag loose butthole.
is?
Why?
Is there is she good with responding to her name, or is there any kind of lures or anything you use?
Name works. You could also try whistling or humming.
Okay.
It responds well to that too.
I have the perfect ditty in mind.
Great. If you continue west here, and then I would assume probably go south is where she ended up going. You should be able to track her from there.
How far out does she usually wander off to?
It just depends on what she's in the mood for. I would assume not too far from here. There is a clearing down south that you could check out first.
Okay, yeah, we'll check that out.
Once I'm gonna wait for Ironhammer to fill up his water skin.
I fill it up and come back to the farmhouse.
Ironhammer, do you want to help me track down this sheep?
I've tussled with a few sheep in my day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn back and be like,
Hey Toad, do you want a toad?
You walk outside, and first you see Scarlet standing there with a rope, almost like he's like fishing. You track the rope to the left, and you see Toad next to the body that you had previously thrown out, torso on his upper right shoulder, and legs under his left arm.
Like that hat.
Let's just leave them to it.
I can't heal that.
at this point, I can pretty much assume that Toad has told on me, that he's tattled.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear them coming?
Oh yeah, they're only like a couple feet away from you.
I'm gonna turn and like just smile and wave and say, "Hey guys, I'll be right there."
Scarlet, do we really have to have that stupid body with us?
I need it for science, Mom.
Yeah, I need to do some research and figure out, why her eyes turn black. Maybe that could be like something with the Astros. Think about that. They're supposed to be these grotesque-looking monsters that are all slimy, and maybe they like took over the body. So,
Toad, can you please just be careful while you're out there?
Oh, Topknot, there you are. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Also, big man. You said you needed to check if her eyes are black. So I can. Do you want me to leave the legs then? Because we don't need those.
No, I need the whole body because it could have exited out of like her toe. You don't know that.
Oh, okay. He's gonna start making his way back. If you want to roll his strength to see if you can reel him back in.
While this is going on, I've drawn a bucket of water from the well and poured it into a separate bucket. And I am now washing my shitty robes in this bucket, just kind of like rubbing it together, because I don't have any soap or anything, so I'm just
Right.
just trying to get it out.
Oh God. Yeah, you get most of the stains out. It's still a little discolored, but you get most of it out, and your robe is now soaking wet.
I'm gonna wring it out and just kind of drape it over my shoulder and head back to the cart.
And you've got no undies on, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, got
I'm
it.
stark nude.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you make your way back to the cart with your just stuff swinging. Scarlet?
15.
Yeah. Toad, with the extra, I'd say about 120, 130 pounds, finds it difficult to make his way back in, but with your strength, you're able to pull him in and get him back on land with the two parts of the body sitting next to him.
So I help him back up and say, "Good, I'm glad you're safe. Let's you grab the upper half, I'll grab the lower half, and we'll head up."
Ironhammer, do you want to leave with me and see if we can track down the sheep quick?
I'm glad to see you two bonding at last.
Yeah, we're a good team. Good job.
We sure are, buddy, and I pat him on the back.
This time, he doesn't cower. He's a little more trusting.
Character development.
Felix hears Topknot say to Ironhammer about those sheep, and he's like, "Oh, animals, I'm good with those," and he's going to tag along.
The three of us can go out and do our own quest while Scarlet and Toad bond over the mutilated body.
Guys, we're going to be right back. We're going to track down the sheep quick. It shouldn't take very long.
So you're gonna leave me with Bromnus.
Listen, okay. But listen, Scarlet, you can't be treating people like that. Please. Oh, also, you owe me 40 gold. We'll talk a little bit about that later. No rush or anything, but yeah, you owe me 40 gold for harassing this guy and for destroying his property. I don't appreciate it. He doesn't appreciate it. Farmers work really hard, man.
I'm gonna walk over and just kind of crouch down to get to Topknot's eye level, and I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder and smile and just say, "Okay, I'll take care of you."
He's gonna be dead when we come back.
Thank you, Scarlet. I know there's a good person in there deep down. I like to think I've really got through to you.
And I'm gonna start heading off in the direction of the sheep that we were kind of told the sheep could be.
All right, boys, let's go track a sheep.
So he said it could be in a field south.
Yeah, to get to it, you have to head west, and then you head south.
I'm gonna head on foot. So
before they go, can I say to Topknot, like when I'm there face to face, you guys are looking for the sheep, right?
How did you hear about that?
I
You shouted
literally
it.
just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna look for a sheep.
I know a really good whistling song that draws all the sheep.
I used to be a farmer, so I'm pretty good with that myself. Did you used to be a sheep herder or a farmer or anything?
See, I can't remember, but when you mentioned sheep, like this song just popped in my head, and I just saw all these like sheep coming to me in my head.
I just saw all these sheep coming.
What does that mean?
Is that like a metaphor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to just hum it or something, I can give it a shot while we're out there.
So I'm gonna whistle.
just for a little bit of background, because Ty and I looked at each other when this initially had come up. The entire time we were in Iceland, so for, I don't know, what was it, Ty, like a week, 10 days, whatever?
It was a little bit longer than that, I thought, but anyhow.
2 weeks. Since day one, I think, like, every single day, this fucking song, for some reason, would just pop up in our head. We'd be hiking, we'd be walking through the city, and I had to fucking hear this shit, like, nonstop. So when I first heard of there being a little ditty we could use for the sheep, we looked at each other and knew this is the moment.
Oh my god. So in character, what's Topknot gonna think? Like, it's the exact same thing.
Beautiful. That is the exact same whistle that I used to do with my sheep. Oh my god!
And
even I can see all the sheep in my head now.
I started heading in that direction.
Also, you three. What are we leaving Tank and Tank 2?
Tank 2's coming.
Tank 2's coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I figured that the
follows
sheep was going to be kind of close to where Bromnus's farm was, so I was just going to go on foot.
Same. I was gonna walk.
Yeah, you're fine doing that.
Yeah, Tank 2's just going to follow along.
The three of you and Tank 2 travel west for only about a minute or so, and you come out to a clearing, what looks like to be the edge of a drop-off if you keep heading north, and then going south, you will be entering into the forest. If I can have whoever is in front roll a perception.
I guess
Ooh,
I'll
that's-
walk in front.
That's well,
maybe.
because I'm
don't care
kind
if
of
you-
I'm the one whistling, and I am kind of somewhat back in my element because like this is really reminding me of my days at the farm.
We've also got a dog. Why don't we let Tank 2 try and
I rolled a
sit
nat
down?
20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Suddenly,
Okay.
thousands of sheep appear from the forest.
Topknot, you look north, and you can see there is something laying on the ground in front of you, as well as a very deep chasm. And if you look up, you notice that the clouds you saw earlier from the guard tower are directly above you.
Guys, it's the clouds that I saw earlier from up at the guard tower.
It's directly in front of us.
It's directly in front of us.
Do I notice anything funky about the cloud with that nat 20?
Like I said before, it's not wispy. It's very, very thick clouds swirling in on each other.
Hey, you think that's the sheep?
What you notice is that the wind seems to be very strong in this gorge, and it's blowing only directly up in the area of the clouds.
You said I noticed something on the ground as well?
Yeah, you notice there's a couple of loose items on the ground in front of the chasm.
Okay.
Guys, I see some stuff on the ground there too. It's pretty windy through here. Maybe we should,
Is it like cyclone level winds as we get closer? Like, can I notice that from where we are? Like dangerously windy?
Dangerously windy.
It's dangerously windy.
Meanwhile, Ironhammer just jumps right in.
It's not dangerously windy in front of you, but it is above you.
There's sharks in that tornado.
It seems like the wind speeds up as the altitude increases.
Do we all notice
What
that?
was that word that you just said?
He said altitude.
I guess it's altitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You all can notice the winds.
In the increased altitude.
Well, lads, we're all quite short, so I don't think the increased speed really affects us too much.
How close are these objects?
To you, they're about 30 feet away.
hey, Felix.
I'm a pretty stout dwarf. I'm gonna walk over and try and
Wait, Felix.
investigate the items.
That dog of yours, Hank 2, is he good at playing fetch?
I don't know. I've had him for 20 minutes.
Well, it's never too early to start training him. Do you think
Hey,
we
it's all right.
send the dog?
Keep the dog safe. I've got God on my side.
Moradin.
I do not have time to wait for the dog.
I'm gonna kind of.
I'm gonna walk over.
I'm creeping behind Ironhammer, but like with enough distance to kind of see like if anything happens where I have enough time to run away.
If I get eaten by a shark.
Ironhammer, you make your way over to the edge, and you notice that laying on the ground is some leafy greens, some herbs. There's also empty vials next to it. If you can roll me an investigation.
Oh, since I'm behind him, am I able to assist?
If you're like up next to him, but not if you're standing back where you were.
Well,
I rolled a 2.
If he got up closer and nothing happened, then I'll go up and investigate.
Yeah, am I getting like beat up by the wind or anything? Or is it just like a stiff breeze?
It's more than a stiff breeze. Have you ever stood in between a doorway and like pushed your arms up against it for like a minute, and then you walk out and it kind of forces your arms to stay up?
No.
What kind of weird shit are you into?
What are you talking about?
So if you push your arms against a door frame for long enough, it'll and then you step away, it keeps your arms up.
I don't think that's true.
It is. I've
It
done
is
it
actually
before.
true.
What?
Yeah.
It's true.
How
It's
long
true.
do I have to stroke my door frame for?
Hold on, guys.
Like
I have
a minute.
doorways. I have doorways at my house, so
You only have to do it for like a minute.
I have to do it.
Alright, well, your example means nothing to me. I'm just going to assume I can feel it, but it's not lifting me off my feet.
Correct.
Anyway, I rolled a 2. I didn't see shit.
Yes, you see the items, but you have no idea why they're here or where they came from.
Coming up behind him, and I see that nothing's going on, can I do an investigation as well? I'm going to pull out my little hancy, fancy magnifying glass.
Yeah, go ahead.
Felix is also going to approach.
Okay.
11, 6 plus 5, but for the magnifying glass, you were giving me advantage on investigation?
Yeah, that's fine.
I rolled a 10 that time, so 15.
You walk up next to Ironhammer and see the items, and you notice that they look very similar to what was in the forager's cart from earlier.
Oh
no!
Oh.
It's the nice ladies.
You also notice, as you get closer and closer, because of your small stature, you kind of rise up a couple inches in the air because of the force of the gust, but you land back to the ground.
Oh no, something happened to those ladies.
Can we see through the cloud? I'm gonna go up to the edge of the cloud and touch it.
Wait.
You just saw what happened. It lifted me into the air. That's tie
It's
your
too late.
rope. Tie
It's
your
too
rope.
late. I already said it. It's too late.
Fucker.
You want to look into the cloud?
I just want to stroke the edge of it, see if it eats me.
You touch the cloud. It doesn't pull you in or anything, but your arm raises more involuntarily. It kind of lifts it a bit.
Ironhammer, I have an idea, but I can't believe I'm saying this right now. Tie a rope around me and throw me into the cloud.
All right, I tie the rope around his ankles again.
Why the ankles?
No.
Trust me,
No.
man. No, Daddy, no!
Why, Daddy?
Sorry, it reminded me of another thing I had seen before. Anyway,
Into dungeon porn?
Just be ready to pull me down if anything happens while I'm up there.
Trust me, lad. You ever seen a kite? You don't tie a rope around the middle of the kite, right? I like to say my intelligence is very low.
My intelligence is quite high.
That's not a good idea.
Trust me, lad.
No.
I'm also going to cast Bless, which means as long as it's within the next minute, if you have to make an ability check, you can add a D4. Oh, wait, not Bless. Sorry, Guidance. Excuse me.
Are we tying it to the ankles?
We're tying it to my waist.
Ankles.
To my
Ankles.
waist.
I tied it to your ankles. Too late.
I'm not going to let him tie... as soon as he ties it to my ankles, I'm just going to say,
No,
Hey.
around the waist.
No. Contested strength.
are we fighting over...
That's been strength. Andrew, you shouldn't be that worried with the way that I fucking roll.
Yeah, but my strength is my dump stat.
True, and I actually rolled pretty good. I rolled a 14 plus 2, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
17, 18 minus 1. Suck a dick, Ironhammer.
Come on, this is gonna be my only good roll tonight.
So Ironhammer pushes Topknot to the ground and ties the rope to his ankles.
We're all on the same team. Why is this happening? You're a man of God.
You're pushing me down and tying me up.
Trust me, my cousin invented the kite. I know what I'm doing.
Topknot doesn't believe you and loosens the rope and ties it back up on his waist.
At any rate, I still cast Guidance on him.
While they're busy tying each other up and playing tiddlywinks,
I jump into the cloud.
no, I'm going to collect the leafy greens in the vial.
Yeah, you notice the greens are two of the same herbs that you picked up earlier.
I'm going to put the leafy greens in the vial.
Okay.
And then I'm naked, so I guess I'll just hold on to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Felix over. Alright, Felix. Or not, yeah, Felix. We're gonna lift him up and we're gonna toss him.
Also, I need to specify. Felix is butt-ass naked. Does this throw you off whatsoever?
I'm an old dwarf.
Yes, I've been naked this whole time.
I've seen
Yes,
many
this throws
things.
me off. This throws me off quite a bit. How did
Sorry,
I just
trust-
realize I didn't have any clothes on? I guess I was so caught up.
I was so caught up in
Whistling.
finding the sheep and whistling, and I was in the front, so I didn't even realize I didn't have clothes on.
What the?
Alright, Felix, I'm a count of
grab a
three.
hold of
We're
Topknot.
gonna heave. Alright, 3, 2,
Wait a minute,
1.
wait. Felix was confused, so you just throw half and like I'm still holding on. Are we going on 1 or are we going on go?
On go. You always go on go.
So with that failed attempt, you just give Topknot whiplash,
Ow!
and you pull him back to the ground.
All right.
How can you guys be so incompetent? Just throw me.
Second time's the charm. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeet!
Both of you toss Topknot into the air. He flies up probably 7-8 feet.
I feel so tall.
The winds pick him up and take him. He lifts to about 10, 11, 12 feet, and the rope pulls taut. It's not because you pulled, but that's just where he stops. He's now just hovering about 12 feet and not going up any higher.
And we can't see him at all, right? While he's in the cloud.
You can still see his feet.
Oh, we can still see his feet.
Yeah, you can see where he stopped.
Let's give him some more slack, I guess. Keep sending him up.
Do I see anything at this point besides cloud?
Just cloud. You're just head deep in cloud right now.
Let's keep giving him slack.
You give him 4 or 5 extra feet of rope, but it's still just slack in your hand.
So he didn't move at all after we gave him more rope?
No, he's just stuck hovering at that height.
Okay. I yell to him, try flapping your arms.
You flap your little chicken wings. You rise up maybe like 3 or 4 inches, but that's all you get. The wind's still blowing underneath of you, but you're not rising up anymore.
And I don't see anything.
No.
Can I maneuver myself in any way, like around the cloud, instead of like to move from the spot that I'm at to see if there's anything else anywhere else?
Yeah, roll me in acrobatics.
Sorry, it fell. 15.
Because of your small frame, you can almost like swimming in the air, direct yourself in a circle.
And I still don't see anything.
You're still just in the cloud formation.
Is there any way I can grab onto the rope, pull myself down where I'm just low enough where I can see like down and see if there's anything else that I notice like under where the cloud was from like a bird's eye view?
You grab the length of the rope by your waist, and the wind is strong enough to keep you up, but not enough to propel you forward, so you pull on it until you are probably about 5 feet above the ground, and you can look down and you just see an empty chasm below you.
I don't see any sheep.
No sheep. No sheep in the chasm.
And then faintly in the cloud, you just hear
just spiky rocks below you.
Huh. Well, I don't think there's anything else for me to do up here in that case. Cause
You realize when we try to like pull you out, we're gonna have to pull you out of the vortex, and you're just gonna fall straight to the ground.
5 feet. Yeah, like 5 feet.
That's
Amen.
enough to kill a man.
Yeah, that's true.
Just, I mean, try to catch me. There's 2 of you.
Neck broken.
I learned that in Hunter Safety course.
What is Scarlet and Toad doing?
I'm going to go over to Bromnus, and I'm just going to kind of say, I apologize for breaking your house, but you locked the door and we were knocking on the door. You didn't answer. I thought you were in trouble, actually. So I busted through to come to your rescue.
A sociopath.
How many other people's homes have you done this to?
Scarlet's like an abusive boyfriend.
Anytime he finds
That's
an empty
something and then
house.
tries to justify his action.
He is very good at lying. I have noticed that.
I mean, you never know when you need to save someone. So I just my instincts popped up and I just ran through, and then I was willing to sacrifice myself to save you, and then you yelled at me, so I kind of took offense to that, and that's why I ran through your house.
Even though you could have just opened the door.
It was locked.
You were offended by me
I was
for
offended
yelling
by
at you
you,
for
yeah.
running through my home.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I tap him on the shoulder and say, "It's okay. I forgive you."
Don't touch me.
So I'm gonna kind of like walk over to his side and just like kind of pretend to put my arm around and be like, "What's that building over there?"
That's my workbench, and there's a well next to it. I think your friends used it earlier.
Do you mind if if I go to the workbench, is there like any bit of privacy that I can have?
Yeah, you can picture it kind of like a shed with 3 walls. So if you go inside of it, he could still see you, but if you walk around back, there is no sight.
Okay. Can I ask him to use his workbench?
What for?
Science.
There's we ran into a little incident earlier, and I collected some specimens, and I need to examine them, but I need privacy. And that so,
In your house.
Do you mind if
You walk into someone's house and then say, "Can you leave? I need some privacy."
Roll a persuasion. What was that, 5?
Yeah.
With a 5, you may use it, but only for 5 minutes. I will keep watch on the time.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna run over to the cart then, grab both halves, and I'm gonna go around back.
Scarlet, you now have Nia's parts behind the shed.
So, I mean, I know that she was separate, but I'm gonna put her together like she's a human being. Pull her eyelids up and just kind of like examine things, and then I'm gonna take out the blue vial.
Oh no, it's gonna turn into a dead bear.
So her eyes, when you pull up on her eyelids, the color you can see changed back to green. I mean, there's no life left, but they're no longer black. And you pull out the blue vial.
And I'm gonna open up her mouth and just do like 2 drops into her mouth.
Okay.
Homie's into some weird shit.
So you drop two droplets, and because you drop it into her mouth, first her throat swells up a bit. Her nose kind of elongates and rounds. Her hair turns grayish white and starts to curl up. And you can also notice that the hair on her neck starts to curl and grow also. She's now growing hair on every part of her body. Topknot, what do you want to do?
Can they hear me if I were to yell down to them?
Yeah, you're only a couple feet above.
Guys, try throwing something up here. I want to see what happens to it. Just, not at me. Hey, Ironhammer, I noticed earlier when we were talking to Bromnus that you had made your voice really loud, and you made the ground shake. At least I hope that was you. Is there any way you can make things glow?
I can make things glow.
Can you?
I cannot.
Why don't you pick up a small rock, make it glow, and then throw it up here so I can see what happens to it.
Okay, so I pick up a medium-sized rock.
a concussion-sized rock.
And
remember, you still have my guidance if you need to dodge it with an ability check.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. So that is I believe it's a cantrip. It is. Okay. So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in a light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Are you doing this to everybody?
Well, I don't think that
it is a 20-foot cube. I don't think you can choose.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't specify that I can only direct it at one thing.
Oh wait, so wait. But then if it leaves the fairy fire, so if you're holding a rock and then you cast it and then you throw it and it leaves the range of the fairy fire, it's no longer glowing.
If we catch the rock on fire, I can make it brighter or change its colors.
You want to throw
We're now throwing
a flaming rock.
flaming medium-sized rock.
Yeah, but I can make the fire like purple or something cool.
I can make a fog cloud.
Another fog cloud.
Yeah, let's make everything more blurry.
Can you see it now?
Felix, you still have my vial of glowing bioluminescence.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
No,
do.
I don't, because I'm naked.
He's naked. He didn't bring anything with him.
Everything's on the cart.
Fucking kidding me?
And assuming, because I shove it somewhere in my robes, so it might be in the bucket of shit water.
What is the point of you?
Listen, if we
I'm just
wouldn't
gonna look
have
at
fallen
Felix
off the
and say,
cliff,
"Hey, the halflings ever stop complaining?"
All right, are you guys doing anything, or am I coming back down?
I'm gonna throw.
Are you just gonna throw the rock by itself?
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss the medium-sized rock into the cloud.
I can't see it.
Yeah, okay, so you chuck the rock directly up. Topknot, you're gonna have to roll me acrobatics.
I'm gonna. Do I have to call it before I roll? Then I'm gonna use guidance.
Let me check. You can roll it before or after making the ability check. It only lasts for 1 minute, though. Is he still being guided?
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only been like.
I'm gonna
30
use
seconds.
it because I rolled a 7.
Okay.
All right.
And I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
that's
as part of my guidance, I'm gonna shout to you. Remember to be the kite.
What do you want me to roll? What do you want me to roll? Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
9.
You added the D4 and you still only got a 9?
I rolled a 1 on the D4. I rolled a 7, and then I have a +1 acrobatics.
Jesus, you're useless.
I'm useless. Look at that fucker next to you.
Felix, let's go of the rope. Finds a softball-sized rock, reels back, and chucks it directly up. Topknot, you think it's coming right at you, so you go to almost flip yourself, like invert yourself, kind of like in the Matrix, and instead the rock
right in the crotch.
hits you right in the dick, and you take 1 point of damage.
Dick shot.
And it still flies up. Ironhammer, roll me a perception.
That is a 13.
You spot the rock after it hits Topknot in the crotch. A Topknot crotch shot.
God damn it!
You can see it fly up about 20 feet, and it stops. It just hovers there.
What do I do with this useless information?
You know that it does not continue moving up.
So yeah,
I'm
but
going
it's
to start...
higher. It's higher than Topknot would go, correct?
Due to differing sizes.
It's lightweight. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna start pulling on the rope to start working my way back down. Kind of like coughing along the way and hurting a little bit.
Wait a minute. How old are you, Andrew? No, you're Topknot.
How old is your Topknot?
I said it in an earlier game, so I don't just want to make it up. But 22. It's right on
I
here.
thought you were like 12.
No.
I just assumed from your voice. Never mind.
I'm a halfling.
What did you think the rock hit him in the crotch, dropped his balls, and now he have a deep voice?
Well,
Big eyes.
I more so thought like he's 12, so he hasn't gone through puberty yet, so it wouldn't hurt that bad. But
suck it up, you little baby.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it hurts whether you go through puberty or not.
Yeah. Does it make a difference?
I think it does.
Anyway,
I
I'm
don't know.
pulling down on the rope.
Okay, yeah, Topknot, you pull yourself back and you reach ground. You are now standing on the grass again.
I said small rocks.
Small is a subjective term, and I point at one of the boulders over there. I said, the rock I threw was smaller than that one. Therefore, it was small.
Let's go find
got-
Pom Pom.
You got a certain amount of logic.
I start to walk away, and I start whistling a much sadder.
So you collect your rope and start heading south to search for Pom Pom. Back to Scarlet. Nia's body. Because her torso and lower half are not connected, at the bottom of her torso, 2 little, like, stubs start growing out and also start growing curly white hair. Even though she wasn't in the water for too long, she starts bloating up, like balloon-shaped. Her eyes get beady, and her entire face is now covered in woolly white fur.
She's a sheep.
She's turning into a sheep.
It's Pom Pom.
Yeah, you can tell she's turning into a sheep with normal-sized hooves up front, but on the bottom are little baby legs.
Okay. About how far along is she in the transformation? I mean, is she almost ready?
Is she almost ready? That's so sinister the way you say it.
Ready for what?
In a couple minutes, she'll be turned.
I'm waiting for us to get back and Scarlet to be like, yeah, I found Pom Pom. And then
From outside the hut, you hear, "Hey, time's up. You done?"
Can I have, 2 more minutes? I have a good surprise for you.
what's Toad doing?
Toad's just sitting in the cart by himself, just twiddling his thumbs.
Oh.
Roll a persuasion.
14.
I'll give you 2 minutes. but once that time's up, I'm coming back there if you're not out.
Okay. I'm pretty much just waiting until she's done with the, pretty much I want her to look like a sheep.
Okay, back to you three.
Kind of walking back to, I want to bring up with the guys.
With boys.
Floating up there kind of made me think a little bit more about that person that I had seen rescue you guys just a little bit ago. That was the same person that was following us earlier and was watching us, and it was a lady. It was a girl.
Was there a purpose to your statement, or are you just making an observation?
I didn't think you guys had seen.
And I want to clarify that Felix actually said that, and it wasn't just like
You being a dick.
yeah.
Well, I know that when you had gotten back, you had been pretty busy shitting yourself, so I didn't know if
No. I shit myself while we were falling to an almost certain death.
I just figured maybe I would let you know that some person with special super magic powers had saved you guys, and it was a girl, and it was the same one from earlier. Fine, fuck you guys. I was just letting you know.
I'm not afraid of no fish.
Ironhammer, out of curiosity, with your god and stuff, are you aware of any kind of mythical being or goddess that would have been able to do this and save us?
If I'm honest, lad, there's about 2,000 gods in this fucking world.
Yeah, but any girl one.
Could have been any of them. It certainly wasn't mine. He
Okay.
prefers a more hands-off approach.
Yeah, I just didn't know if maybe you knew anything, since you're a man of the faith.
I did a religion check last time. And
Oh, did you? Okay, my mistake.
yeah, didn't get much info.
I forgot about that.
Probably like a 4 or something.
Okay, I just figured I'd ask.
On a sidebar, since Andrew wanted to bring up Felix shitting himself, is Ironhammer still covered in shit?
It's kind of matted on at this point.
Okay.
I'd been through worse.
Yeah, a little stinky. Also, I want to point out, I like how Felix's improv isn't yes and, it's yeah and. Like, so what? So the three of you and Tank 2 make your way down south, and you come upon a sort of idyllic-looking forest. There is a path that continues south and a path that continues west. Yeah, in the middle you see a pond.
Do I notice any tracks or anything?
Yes.
I start to make sheep noises.
There are 2 sets of tracks in the ground.
Can I decipher what kind of animal left them behind?
I would also like to
I'll roll for it.
investigate them.
Andrew, roll me nature, and Jesse, roll me investigation, Jesse.
Investigation?
16 plus 3. 19.
Yeah, Topknot, you can tell that both the tracks are hooved. One is smaller and one is bigger, but you don't know which one's which.
Mine was an 18.
And Felix, you can tell that following the tracks, one of them leads west and one of them leads south.
Can I tell that Can I tell that it's a sheep? I've seen a lot of sheep tracks in my day.
Yeah, you can tell that they are both sheep tracks.
They both are.
Yeah, one large and one small.
While we're in this forest, just because judging by the map, is there like a bioluminescent thing going on, or is it just like pretty?
It's very pretty. There are some glowing bugs like lightning bugs. Lightning bloods.
Lightning blood.
There's a sheep somewhere in this forest.
It hasn't really been touched by man. You can tell that it's something that would attract wildlife.
But hasn't been touched by a sheep. That's what we're trying to figure out.
I want to do a little foraging, see if I can't find anything, like any herbs, specifically next to the water, but not too close to the water because I'm afraid of water. We haven't addressed that. But
didn't you just bathe yourself?
no, I cleaned my shit clothes in the like large bodies of water. Like I can't swim.
Got it.
You make your way over to the pond, and with your foraging ability, you find small, very tight grouped buds next to the water.
Do I know what they are?
You don't know the name, but you know that because of the size and the scent, they would typically be eaten by small animals. Almost like as a treat. Like it's very rare to find this. But you don't know what the name is or what it would do.
Okay, I'm going to collect them, and then because I'm still naked, I'm going to ask Ironhammer if he can put them in his pack.
I do so.
Anything special in the water there that you guys can see?
I'm going to take a look in the water and see if I see anything interesting or different or worth investigating.
You walk up to the water next to Felix, You can see it's swirling a bit, it's shimmering. You don't think there really should be a movement since it's just kind of like in the middle of a forest, but that's all you can tell from it.
I just bend down and take a handful of it and slurp.
That seems like
that's
a
gonna-
great fucking idea.
You bend down, take a palm full of water, slurp it down. It's very refreshing. It hasn't been touched by anything else, so it's pure.
This is so beautiful.
I'm just gonna
Why
kind of
why
like.
don't you marry it?
I'm just gonna look out over the water. I'm just gonna sit down like Indian style, cross-legged, and stare over how like this gorgeous view.
Okay.
I'm gonna go use it to clean myself off a little.
Don't sully the beauty.
Nah, too late. I'm wiping some poo off me.
Tank 2, come on over and lap up some of this stuff.
Take 2 doesn't listen to you, so
Puppy. Here, boy.
he just looks at you with a blank expression.
Topknot, you're trying to get the dog to join you, with your feet kind of splashing in the water as Ironhammer is washing himself off. Felix, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna continue like kind of just looking around this like clearing area, see if I can't see anything else.
You notice there are a couple like rabbits, rodents just scurrying along, but nothing really of interest. Just those 2 other paths you can take.
This is so peaceful.
Can we see anything down the path?
Yeah, so the path to the west is looks like it clears out a bit. It doesn't look like there's as many trees, and the path to the south gets a little rocky, a little bit craggy.
Well, fellas, I think if I was a sheep, I would go to the big clearing over yonder.
Alright, I agree.
I just kind of want to sit here for a while, you know? I mean, think of how crazy everything has been since we woke up in that cave. Like, it feels like it's just been nonstop. I mean, this is
But I'd
nice.
rather just go home, so let's find a down sheep.
Where is home? I mean, we're going to some place we've never heard of before, from some other place we hadn't heard of before. This is nice. I mean, Felix, you're from the woods. Isn't this your thing?
Oh, it's nice, but that's also woods over there. And I found I'm really curious about talking to this alchemist. I really want to learn some more about these herbs and such.
Felix, roll me a perception.
5 + 5 is 10.
As Topknot is trying to convince you to stay and join him, you can see that his eyes are kind of milky, kind of hazed over a bit.
Are you feeling all right there, Topknot?
Honestly, I feel better than I've felt for longer than I can remember.
While we're talking to him, I'm gonna cast detect poison or disease on him. It's a cantrip. I want to see if there's any like thing going on with him since he just fucking drank water out of the pond in the middle of nowhere.
I'm just gonna lay down on the ground and stare up at the sky.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you can tell there is something pulling him to stay near this water.
Ironhammer, is this what a religious experience is like?
Religious experiences are generally more real. You got 2,000 gods and goddesses that running around doing God knows what.
I don't know, this feels real.
When the gods want you to know they're there, they'll let you know.
I feel like they're letting me know now.
What did he do? Take some fucking shrooms?
What's Scarlet up to?
It's been a couple minutes now. Nia's torso is now grown to a full-sized sheep, except the back legs are kind of stunted.
So do I still have a second here before he pops out? Can I take my sword off and chop the little stumpy legs out off?
What the fuck?
No, I know exactly what. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, she's dead already. So yeah, you cut the stubby legs off.
Yeah.
And it's now like coagulated blood is just kind of pooling up near the back.
So I'm gonna grab Nala, the sheep, and I'm just gonna
Nala.
carry her and. Isn't that her name?
Nia.
That's the lion from
Nia,
the Lion
whatever.
King.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna take the sheep over to Bromnus and be like, "Is this your sheep?"
Why are you carrying a dead sheep? And where are its legs?
I found half of this sheep in the woods behind your shed, and I know the guys went looking for your sheep, so I wasn't sure if this was your sheep.
No, that's not my sheep. That's way too small to be my sheep. What happened? Okay, here's the thing. I get if it's already dead. Did you cut its legs off?
No, I didn't.
You just found this dead sheep.
Yeah.
It's not my sheep.
Okay. That's fine. Well, so since it's not your sheep, I know a very good recipe. Do you mind if I...
What in the world were you doing back there? I mean, yeah, I've got a large pot next to the house if you need to cook something, but you're not going to eat that sheep, are you?
Don't worry about it.
The only feeling I have around you is worry. You understand that? There's nothing calming that you put off.
I say yes, I am going to eat this sheep.
Listen, just make sure you clean up after you're done. I'm going back inside and going to sleep.
All right. Can I get that pot and then just start? I'm gonna just start preparing the meat. I'm gonna kind of make some lamb chops. I'm gonna, because it's low, you can still get the ribs and everything. So I'm gonna cut the ribs out and try to get the lollipop lamb.
Jesse,
prepared.
what's happening to you?
Yeah,
I just love the theme of cannibalism.
It's like,
what do you mean? You're eating a sheep.
so did you just start a fire in this guy's backyard to cook this thing?
Yeah, he said I could, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you get the fire started, you get the pot boiling, and you get all of the cuts that you know of. You just notice that they're smaller than you'd imagine they'd be.
Then can I cook everything and then do you want me to roll for cooking like I did before?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a survival.
18.
Yeah, you cook the cuts to your preference, seasoned perfectly.
Gordon Ramsay would be proud.
The scent coming off even intrigues Bromnus, and you can hear him kind of rustling around.
So, I cooked a half a sheep, so there's gonna be plenty left over. And actually, I don't want to eat any. And I say to Bromnus, I
through the wall.
Have some. I made it for all my friends.
If you insist, it smells heavenly out here. Like I said, I was gonna go back to sleep, but you are incredible.
So you're out back of this house?
Next to the side.
So did Toad watch any of this happen?
Toad kind of peeked out from under the blanket and never saw what happened, but just knows that Scarlet cooked some sheep and is really hungry.
Well, so Scarlet left with a body, and then he came back with cooked food.
Yes.
So
Toad just assumes he killed a sheep.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare a little thing to take over to Toad.
But Bromnus is aware that he just found a dead sheep, so he doesn't know how long this thing's been fucking dead. He's gonna...
Hey, it's like going to a really shitty fast food restaurant.
You
shouldn't eat it, but it's good.
Yeah, so Bromnus, he's more than welcome to have some. I'm gonna make a little plate because Bromnus doesn't know about Toad, correct?
Correct.
So I'm gonna make a plate, and then I'm just gonna walk over to the car and pretend like I'm gonna eat over there, but I'm actually gonna give the food to Toad. Does he say anything?
He looks up almost with puppy dog eyes, gratefully takes to the plate, and just chows down on it. Back to you three.
This grass feels so soft.
You know what? You just stay here. I'm gonna go look for that sheep.
No, Ironhammer, come on, man.
You weirdo.
Just enjoy this with me.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
It's a bonding experience.
No offense, but I'd rather just get home.
This is the closest thing to home we've had since we woke up.
And bye. I'm gonna go look for the sheep over towards the clearing.
You're gonna regret it.
Probably not.
So, Felix, you see Topknot still laying there, wanting you and Tank 2 to join him in the water.
Join me, Felix. Join me.
Felix is gonna high step it away from fucking.
I want to go after him to make him join me, but I don't want to leave. So I'm just kind of.
Oh.
Okay, Topknot, roll me a general wisdom.
I rolled a 15 plus 2, 17.
It's been a couple minutes since you first drank the water, and you can feel it pass through as you kind of regain your senses and you snap back to reality.
I kind of take a moment to like survey my surroundings, and I just think back on everything, how good I was feeling before I snapped out of it, and everything that's been going on the last couple of days. And I watch my companions walk to continue like deeper into the forest or toward this clearing, and take a very deep breath. And then I drink more of the water.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What an asshole.
I've had a really hard life, so this is really nice.
And that's how addiction starts.
You take another gulp of water and lay back down, splashing the pond with your toes as Felix, Tank 2, and Ironhammer continue west into the clearing.